Hey everybody, Braden here. Welcome back to another King's Indian attack game. We are playing against the fianchetto structure, so let's play e4, an early e4, and see what we can get done here. d6, so we're going to be playing against what looks like a King's Indian defense. I'll play g3. They might play some sort of e5, I'm not sure. Again, the thing is, I want to not really control the center too much, which is what I'm doing. And looks like things have been decided. Yeah, it's going to be pretty much a symmetrical King's Indian. We didn't get any huge central control from our opponents, which is unfortunate. I always like seeing whenever they try to take the full center. Because whenever it's locked up, it's easier to go for a kingside attack with something like f4. But when the center is still malleable or still fluid, where it's subject to change extremely quickly, that means it's subject to open really quickly sometimes too. And we don't really want to open things up without more information. At least open our king up without more information. So that's something important to mention. I'm excited to see a bishop g4 if it ever happens. I'm not sure if they'll play it, but generally, since there's no direct thing going on here in the center, this feels like something that's played quite a bit, and sometimes it can be good. For example, in the perk defense, I believe it's a reasonable way to play, but I'm not sure if it works here because it does give us the bishop pair and the center is not locked yet. So it's unclear if the bishop pair will mean a lot yet. And of course, hey, if they do play like that, give up the bishop pair, then our goal is to open the position. Just one piece of information to keep in mind. Looks like they might be going for e5. I want to go c3, but also don't. I want to play something like bishop e3, but then they go knight g4. What if I go knight e1 or knight d2? Let's go knight d2. This is a very quiet move. I want to see if they play e5 or not. I'm assuming they will. Rook e8 kind of signals e5. They're not really too conducive to each other, but I can see it being played. Do I play h3 or not? Do I just go? The thing is, I don't want to go for f4 maybe, because e3 becomes weaker. But also, if I go f4 and they go knight g4, then I can just go knight f3. And it's unclear what the knight's doing there. Yeah, let's play it. Let's go for our attack. We gotta do it. We gotta do it sometimes. And again, since we can control the square in time after knight g4, I think we're okay. They do have a very strong bishop, though. It's hard to develop our dark squared bishop because of this. So that's another piece of important information. I'll play h3 the second I can. And again, you don't want to waste time with moves like h3 if you don't have to. Here, I noticed that, hey, I don't have to. They'll play knight g4. And that's fine. They'll play knight g4, but then we can play h3 after and gain time for it instead of playing it immediately where it does take a full move. Now it's like, okay, they play knight g4, I play h3, and it's my move, so I like gain a full move and h3 for it. So that feels good. Whereas if we play it instead, then we're down a few moves there. So again, hey, whenever you're thinking prophylactic moves, ask, is it really necessary? There's a famous quote, the threat is stronger than the execution, and I think that was the case there. Maybe e5? If e5, I'm really considering h3. I would love to play some sort of f5. I really want to go for some sacrifices this game. But we got to keep it simple. We have to try at least a little bit to keep it simple. But they're enticing me. They're going after me. They're calling me mean names. No, they're not calling me mean names. That's not true. But they're doing things that make me want to go for an attack. And it's really hard to resist. It's really hard to resist. So I can go h3, knight f6, and then f5. If they take it, I just give up a pawn. They take it, maybe knight h4. If they go f4, maybe I take that. I could also ignore everything and just go c3. And just try to argue, hey, if you want to take the pawn, then you can. I don't hate that. I think we can do it in different ways. So I'm going to go h3 first. And the idea of h3 is after knight f6, I'll go g4. And if they really, really, really want to take on f4, like it's their dream in life, it's their only goal in life, then I'll let them do it in this exact position, but no other position. And the reason why I'm okay with it here is because, well, we can still try to go for our attack. And if they do nothing right now, they have to essentially, I believe, reply with e takes f4. Otherwise, it feels like we get a pretty good attack going with f5. Yeah, and now we get f5, and I believe we're extremely happy here. For example, we have a threat of g5 and f6 in the position. Ooh. Now it looks like we're going to have a fun game, guys. I did say that I wanted more King's Indian types of positions. Looks like we're getting it. So I want to play something like king h2 to defend the h-pawn a little bit, play rook g1. The g-files are open. We got to use them. The f-files aren't being opened anytime soon. So I think we should bring our rook there. What do you guys think? I think that is a great idea. It's weird that their pawn's on d6, and I would rather have it on d4, but it's actually true. And the reason why is because they don't have a way to break things open with something like d5. So kind of a funny little thing to mention there, but it's very important, I think. This helps us. This helps us quite a bit. Knight d4, now we can take it. And they can take or whatever, that's totally fine. Which knight should we take with? I'm thinking of taking it with my e-knight. Because when I play something like rook f2 or king h2, rook g1, this knight is just better placed than the other one. So I'll go king h2 here. Rook g1 is coming next. Did I have to play king h2? Maybe not. Could I have taken the pawn? Yes. But hey, last time I said we'll keep it simple. This time, no. We're going complicated with it. We're having fun. Okay. We're gonna have lots of fun. Let's play bishop h1. Reasonable. And then I think we can play knight g5 next. And it depends. So, for example, if they play rook g8, then knight g5 makes sense. We're attacking f7, threatening mate. We also have a bishop f4 ideas in mind. And if they play h6, maybe we leave it. I'm not sure. Haven't decided. I'm trying to go crazy, okay? You know, like, positional chess makes Braden a dull boy, okay? It's very imperative to me that we get a fun position this time. And I think we've done it. So our rook's doing great on the g-file. And I think we can finally go for an attack with e5, yeah? e5 and f6 are coming. I'm not sure what they're going to do here, what their plan is. But I'm going to figure out. They might be thinking knight g4 check. They're not. Okay. So do I take on g7 first or no? Because I could play f6, but maybe they play knight takes f6, yeah? If they do that, then I might want to play rook takes g7. I'm really trying to go for them here. I'm trying to be mean. I kind of just want to take immediately. I'm sorry. We're just going to see how things go, okay? I'm going to give them a check. and play... Do I play f6 now, or do I play like bishop g5? I like bishop g5 the most because we have bishop f6 check. And it's really hard to stop him, just a forced mate here. Bishop g5, I think, wins on the spot. Because we don't want to see, like, if I played f6, they can take on f6 and then play rook g8 and contest the file just in time. Here, I don't think that's happening because we have this move. Uh-oh. Probably should have waited an extra move or two. Okay, let's continue. Queen g5. I don't give up. I'm not giving up. Quite yet. They are up quite a bit of material. Gotta be careful. If this is my first loss, then that would be really unfortunate. I guess it's queen f5, yeah? That's concerning. Queen f5, yeah, wow. Okay. Maybe we were too crazy. Maybe the key to the King's Indian attack is not to be crazy. Wow. Is this going to be our first loss? Yikes. I should not have done that. I didn't even think of bishop... Knight takes f6, bishop g6 at the end. That's like really basic too. Oh no. Okay. We're going to learn how to defend. This is going to be a lesson on defense. Okay. We got this, everybody. We got this. We'll be fine. I believe. Let's play rook f1. So the goal now is just to create any counterplay, especially involving king safety. Their king's a little bit loose still. They have some work to do. A dream for me is somehow they let me, like, for example, take on g6 and then play like queen h4, h6 to g7. We're just not in time. We're not in time at all. Wait, so what's the material count? We are down 3 pawns, I believe. Is it 3 pawns? No, we're down an exchange and a pawn. Okay, we're down an exchange and a pawn. Now an exchange and 2 pawns. So that's a bit more. Let's play h4 to start. I think the way we're going to play this, that we're going to have to play this actually, is... I'm not sure. How do we create play here? I guess we could start with king g1. King g1 now finally gets me out of the pin, so I can move my knight. So I'm looking at moves like knight g5. I'm just trying to maximize my chances here. I don't really care that c2 would fall. I care a lot more about how can I create play and how can I create complications. Like this. So, for example, they want to play queen e3 if I play knight g5. Which I think is an extremely good move. So I don't want to play knight g5. I'm just going to play h4. And I'm going to play h5 next if I can. Or maybe I won't. Yeah, so they go there. Again, queen e3. Let's go king h1. I still don't want to put myself in a pin when it comes to this guy. I'm just waiting for a blunder at some point, right? As long as we're smart. As long as we're smart, we can stay alive. We can do this as a team. Okay? A big win would be something like king g8 or g7, and then we can go h5. That's very unlikely. That's just not going to happen. What I'm kind of expecting that would be pretty strong from them is rook g8. Rook g8 would be extremely strong because they're just going to move their bishop and g2 is going to hang. Wow, we really messed this one up. Wow. No more craziness for me. I'm going to stay dull from now on, guys. Let's see. Rook takes g2. Wow. What does that do? What's the idea here? So it's equal material, but they're up 2 pawns, right? But now we're closer to our goal of saving the game. I can see something like bishop e4 being played. It's not ridiculous. Bishop e4 would be very, very crazy, though. The idea of bishop e4 is like, if we take, then they take, then they have just a ton of passed pawns. No, they don't go for it. That's pretty obvious, though, to be fair, that they wouldn't. Let's play knight g5 now. Or do I play something else? Right now, if I go knight h2, they have bishop e4. Jeez. What about rook g1? Rook g1 looks like we're holding on for a move. We can't play knight h2 because they still have bishop e4. We're being pinned, so we can't take with checkmate. But right now, if they do anything really weird, then we can take on g8 with checkmate. And right now we're threatening h5, which is cool. That's a big threat. A very big threat. What do they do here? They're pretty low on time. Is this going to be a flag? I'd feel really bad, but I'd also really not feel that bad if that happened. Let's play queen g3. Maintain everything about our position. You know, maybe give a check, maybe not. Who knows? Let's play knight g5. Just see what's going on here. Who knows? Who knows? If h6 or f6, we'll just go back. Say we're happy. We're happy to go back. I think we're going to win on time. I feel only 2% guilty about that. But hey, time management is a part of the game. I am so sorry, guys. This was bad. This was really bad. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's go over why I played really badly and why that was really stupid of me. So after f5 takes, objectively, I believe white should have a better, if not winning position at this point. Knight d4, takes, everything is great here. c5, rook g1, king h8. This d5 is extremely clever by our opponents, and rook takes g7 was just unnecessary. So what we could have done here instead is after e5, knight g8, we could have gone just f6 immediately. This was much better. So our opponent found a really good resource here, which is the fact that after taking king h8 and bishop g5, if they play anything other than this, I think they're mated. Like if they played like rook f8 or something, then this should just... does this even mate? I don't know why I thought this mated. This is very strange. Yeah, I'm not sure what I was thinking with bishop g5. This is a very strange move. For some reason, I had visualized that like, oh, I can play bishop f6 and then takes, and then it's also another check. So that's kind of why I messed up here. Also, here they had rook e2 check immediately instead of bishop g6, but honestly, either works. Yeah, so this was completely incorrect and completely unnecessary, where I could have gotten a pretty big advantage, I believe, probably just from f6 check, I imagine, because there's no way they'd ever want to take it. And if they don't take it, then they still have to worry about like queen g1. So I'm down an exchange right now, but if they ignore it, then I just go here, they have to take, and sure, I guess they can play rook e2 check. In this position, bishop takes h3, which is something to consider. Because of the pin, I can't take it with the king, because obviously it's defended. If it's defended even once, I can't take it with the king, but it's also pinned, so I can't take it with the bishop. So I have to be a little bit more accurate here. After check, what do I do here? I feel like I already messed up with rook takes. Instead, just f6. f6 feels better because I'm covering e2. And after knight takes, I imagine knight takes would be played. After knight takes, maybe then we can take on g7. And the idea is here we don't actually take with the, or we don't give a check with the queen immediately, right? Because now the idea is it really looks really close to mating now. Like, for example, if takes, I don't know if we go bishop g5 or if we can go like, bishop g5 looks really enticing. So does queen d2. Queen d2 is a funny looking move, but it looks extremely strong. It's hard to avoid this. Rook g8 maybe. Queen f4 check. I'm really wanting to turn on the engine and see what's going on here. I promised my coach I wouldn't. So that's harder to do. I could be completely wrong in the evaluation of this position, but this feels extremely good. Bishop g5 felt completely wrong though. Looking back on things, let me think. Wow, we have to decipher this for the next times around, right? I gotta check this with the engine. Normally I'm really against it. Okay, so we are winning after rook takes g7, which is good. Is it the top move? f6 is stronger. Okay, I'm sorry. I feel really dirty using the engine here, but I just gotta know. So bishop g5 felt wrong, and it actually is incorrect because the bishop takes f5. f6, knight takes f6, takes f6, rook e2. Now it's saying it's not. We have to play knight g5 here. What? Rook takes his knight f7 with mate. Rook e7. And again, if you take this rook e2 check, this is the most wild position I've ever seen. You know what the top move is? Okay, this is why I checked, because this wasn't making sense. It felt like we had something, but nothing was working. Queen f2 is the move. The knight is hanging. There's like f7 stuff in the air. They're not defending their knight, and somehow we just play queen f2. And this is the only move essentially for an advantage. Okay, I'm done using the engine. I feel guilty about using it, but how are we supposed to see that? Oh my gosh. So I was right. Okay, I was right that we had an advantage there. I feel bad. Nobody tell Kostya Kavutskiy of the Chess Dojo. I literally just told you who my coach was, but don't tell him. That is the only time I will use it for the remainder of the month. But I needed to know. I needed to know, and nothing was working. Okay, not like I am having a mental breakdown right now because I am so confused and I am baffled and I am flabbergasted and I synonyms. All right, thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next one, and we'll play maybe a little bit more boring, or not. Maybe you guys enjoyed it. Maybe you guys enjoyed my mental breakdown. Thumbs up. All right, have a good one. Bye-bye.